Hey everybody, so we're just trying this again. I tried filming this earlier. It didn't end up well. I kind of look like shit, so girl shit. You can't put out a video that looks awful. Anyway, I'm just checking in with you guys. We are at day 20. Day 20 from the laser reduction glottoplasty procedure that I had at Cleveland Clinic. You can look back at my video that I posted a couple weeks ago at day 12, where I sounded like absolute and utter hell. So I've improved quite a bit. Still not there, but we're getting close. The goal here is to hopefully raise my pitch from episode 4 by about 40 to 50 hertz. Haven't been able to really had an opportunity to get my voice into a spectrum analyzer to see where I'm at. Not really looking to do that just yet. I hope my voice kind of solidifies a little more first. And as we go there, I'll be more comfortable with checking it where it's at. It's kind of like weighing yourself for the girls out there. Like you weigh yourself and you're just like, oh cool, I weigh this much. That sucks. And then like you work really hard, and then a week later you're like, oh, I should weigh myself. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to weigh myself because what if it didn't work? So it's kind of like that. But all in all, things seem to be shaping up. I definitely feel better about my voice now than I did 2 weeks ago. Because a week and a half ago, because it was pretty awful. But 2 days after I filmed that last one, I called my doctor. I was like, hey, I sound like shit. Here's my video. Check it out. And he was like, I'm going to call you in a steroid. I'm going to get you in here in a couple days. We're going to look at it. So, he put me on prednisone, which helped a lot with the swelling. And then I came in and he scoped my throat. We took some pictures. Everything's healing up really well. Everything's going great. I have the advantage of having a fantastic doctor at the Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Bryson. He's great, and he knows his trade, and he knows it well. Unfortunately, this is the very first one of these he's done. And, somebody's got to be first. I know him, and I respect his ability, and I know he knows his trade well enough that I trust. I trust that he did a good job. I'm a mechanic by trade. And what that means to me is that I can read a service manual. I can reach out to other mechanics who've done a certain thing, experimental thing. I used to do experimental shit on Harley Davidsons all the time. I've built some crazy things for engines that make ridiculous amounts of power, and it's stuff that I'd never done before. It's like experimental stuff. But because of my skill level and my ability to consume knowledge and assimilate it into my brain and translate that into my hands to do the work, I was able to do those things very successfully. And I kind of look at my doctor's trade very similarly. He's incredibly bright, and his abilities are fantastic. And to have been working with him for a little over a year now, I'm very confident in his abilities. And worst case scenario, we have to do a revision because sometimes shit just gets fucked up. But fortunately, the human body's pretty miraculous, and there's not much you can really fuck up that you can't fix. Aside from cutting parts off that you don't mean to. You can't really put an arm back on once you've cut it off unless you do it right then. But with muscle tissue and things like that, the stuff we're working with here, there's not a whole lot that can't be, redone or undone, or we can fix pretty much anything. I'm pretty sure. Pretty excited to see where this voice thing goes. Other than that, I'm 71 days out from bottom surgery. I'm going through university hospitals. Dr. Gupta and Dr. Long. Dr. Gupta is a urologist, and Dr. Long is a plastic surgeon. And to hear them both tell the story, Dr. Gupta makes it work. Dr. Long makes it pretty. Funny story, I met Dr. Long for the first time the other day because, after you meet with Dr. Gupta, he wants you to have a consult with Dr. Long as well so that he can kind of take a look at what's going on and, make sure you got enough to work with or, what kind of things you might have to do to make it all work. So I go in, I sit down, I'm waiting on him to come in. He comes in, he sits down, he looks at me and says, Miss Zoe, have you put any thought into what you might want your vagina to look like? And I cracked up. I said, Doc, my expectations ended at the door. I'm just happy to be here right now. And he goes, well, okay, that's great, but surely you've looked around on the internet, or and you've maybe got an idea of what some kind of hope or dream. And I said, well, let's go with perfectly average. Can we do that? I said, I don't want it to be I want it to look like every other girl's I've ever seen. And that's a wide variety, but as long as you're somewhere between here and here, I'm good. And he goes, I think we can do that. I said, all right, cool. He goes, I absolutely think we can make that happen. And I said, all right, and of course, we did the old drop your pants and let's see what you got. And, he looked and he's like, I think we're going to be able to make this work. You're in good shape. And I was like, all right, fantastic. So, my bottom surgery is scheduled for Veterans Day, 11/11. I'm a veteran, so that's really great. It's also the day after my birthday, which is really cool. And it's 11/11, make a wish, right? So a lot of really good omens there, and really makes me feel good about it all. One of the things that nobody really talks about when you start talking about transitioning and bottom surgery is hair removal. Electrolysis fucking sucks. It's not fun. You lay still on a massage table while they zap your junk for an hour at a time or half hour at a time, whatever you can afford and whatever they got time to do. And it's not fun. It's really not. Fortunately, I've got a lady up here in Mentor who's not far from my house. She does lidocaine injections so it don't hurt. She's relatively inexpensive, $150 an hour for downstairs work, which is it's pretty average. But she doesn't make you prepay for this big package. It's just a la carte. Yeah, I need an hour. Okay, that's $150. It's pretty great. And she does most of the girls around here that I've met. And she's really great. I'm really impressed with her. I'll put her link down in the comments for you guys if anybody up here in the area is interested. But her name's Elaine, and she owns Cosmetic Laser. She does laser removal and electrolysis. For those of you not in the area, my suggestion is shop it around. Reach out to any local trans-friendly organizations or trans-centered organizations. If there's an LGBT center around you, ask them. They will be able to point you in the direction of service providers who are more down with our cause and who are also, relatively affordable, because, being trans is expensive. And when you pile that on the fact that, we're a marginalized population, not not very many of us have the opportunity to have great jobs that pay good money. So we all have to kind of figure out how to make it work. And that's not the easiest thing in the world. So ask your sisters, ask your brothers. Like, they're going to know. They're going to know better than anybody else. Getting in the yellow pages, like, I tried that. Almost took a real good fucking with one of the local chains. They wanted like $3,000 up front. And I don't have $3,000. I don't know anybody who has $3,000 just to hand to somebody. But they were like, yeah, that's the only way we can do this, is you put this down payment on this package. And I'm like, And then after I did some further research, I found out that these people really aren't that great. Like, they give you a lifetime guarantee when you're done, because you have to have a lifetime guarantee when you're done. They don't get it all. But anyway, other than that, I just wanted to check in with you guys, tell you guys the things that are going on in my life, let you hear my voice, because I know a lot of you out there are looking into vocal surgeries, and you go to these groups on Facebook, and you go to these different websites like Yason Voice Center, voicesurgery.org, and again, there's somebody there trying to sell you this great package or this name, and I'm here to tell you, as long as you've got a good doctor who's knowledgeable, you're gonna do great. You really are. Not that you won't do great with Dr. Spiegel or Dr. Zukowski or Kojampa or any of the other top names out there, but you don't have to wear Nikes to run fast. You don't have to wear Adidas to play soccer good. You don't have to have FFS by Dr. Zukowski or to be pretty, and you don't have to have voice surgery by Yason Voice Center in Korea to sound good. You just need a good doctor, and if you ask around, there's some people out there who'll be honest with you. So I've had fantastic luck at the Cleveland Clinic. Really, I've shown people my before-after pictures, and they're just like, "Holy shit, you look like you, but pretty now." Whereas with some of the others, it's like you see the before and afters, and it's like, wow, they changed so much. You kind of look like you. So, I don't know. There's two different schools of thought. Mine is, I want to look like me, just pretty. Knock off all the boy shit. Leave the girl shit. That's what we did. I'm happy. Anyway, just some things to think about. Y'all have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.